We have started. Hi, this is Jay and Lily. Here we are. We're saying hello.
Hi, Jay. They.
Hi, Lily. She.
How you're?
You're good. How you're?
So good.
So I've got 3 topics that I wanna just spring forth at you. All right?
Kill me. I mean, shoot me.
Shoot me.
You don't have to kill me.
So I want to start off with, I quit my job today, sort of. I put in my 2 weeks, and I am feeling good about it. It made my shift go by a lot quicker today, and that's telling me that it was the right decision.
That's what's up.
And that it was just the thought of staying there that was going to make it, going to make every shift unbearable, you know? But just, like, knowing that there's an exit strategy and that I do have 2 weeks to try and line up at least some bullshit, you know?
Right.
That's 1. And then for 2, I manifested Carly's wallet today. It was immediate. Carly thought they had left it in my car, which means that they had been looking for it all over their house for a while. And then I was on the phone with them for like 10 minutes. And then right at the end of the phone conversation, I was like, "Good luck. I'm manifesting you finding your..."
Wait. You were on the phone with them?
You're finding your wallet. And then they were like, "Yeah, well, thank you. Goodbye." And then not a minute later, they called and they were like, "I just found my wallet." Like, what the fuck did you just do? This is magical. And then also, someone whom they had not thought about in years was brought up yesterday during conversation. And then they go to get their booster shot today, and that person is working at that CVS.
What?
So that's what's going on in my world right now. I'm finding out that I got magic powers. It's reminding me of the time I wrote a song called It's spelled Mihbehnr, and his name was Mr. Benner, and he made a joke about having a Glock in his desk and got kicked out of the school less than a month after I released this song. So I found out that I do have some manifestation powers.
You just have no idea how it's going to happen, what's going to happen, and how to predict it.
Yeah. And then the real thing, the thing that I'm interested in talking about for a while, because the only way that I ever found out any of this information was through other trans people. And my thought is that not everybody has the social needs compatible with being able to meet a bunch of international trans women on Discord. Like, I have a very specific experience with trans education. Otherwise, you might have some YouTube videos, which I guess this is. But I've never been able to... What? What are you talking about? Is this going on YouTube? This is going on YouTube? Well, okay.
What are you talking about?
I want to talk about hormone replacement therapy.
Okay.
And I wanted...
You just dead named it. It's just HRT.
Oh. Well, I just want to be straight up about it.
No, it's just I just like saying, when people say out a whole acronym, I like saying they dead named it.
Oh, LMAO.
Consumer value surplus.
Yeah, exactly. I just, I want to have
Federal
a conversation about it. Because I want to know what your questions are about it. I want to know, like, what kinds of things, like, if you're considering, what are you considering? Because I might probably have an answer.
I would like a more androgynous hip to shoulder ratio. That's it.
That's what you're looking for out of hormones?
Yar.
So,
I don't want a woman's body. I want
I know that when hormones balance, usually funky things happen, but I don't know what happens when they both balance at healthy levels. What kind of sex god S question mark you become.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really interested in that, so it's like...
But yeah, from what I understand, it is called replacement therapy.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of you're pushing for one thing, you know. Usually.
Right. Which, if that is the case, then I don't think I'll bother doing it.
God, that's got to be complicated.
Maybe I will. Yeah, maybe I will.
I've met some NB people. This is the advice that I have been given by some NBs who identify as like trans femme, they them, and that advice is that basically anything that hormones achieves is like it's for how you feel when... Nope, that's not it. Basically, anything that one can do with hormones, in terms of social performance, can be done as well, if not better, with entirely non-biological cosmetic stuff.
Right. Okay, that's fair. That is fair, and I've definitely experienced that.
And I'm with that, and I don't quite understand like why I personally have felt the need to like do hormones. Like it's more of just like the moment that I found out I could do it, I wanted to with no explanation, and then in my mind trying to find out reasons why it would be too risky for me. I just couldn't. So I just...
She just went for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's like the kind of like, what's the worst that could happen mentality about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty baller.
I mean, I just got so much, like, imposter syndrome in the first 6 or so months that I was out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, same.
And doing hormones got rid of the imposter syndrome immediately because of the behavior changing aspects of hormones.
That's really interesting. Yeah, because I still get it. But only around people who, like, don't get what being non-binary is, really.
Yeah.
Around this friend group, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm still annoyed because I get hemmed by some of the people in this friend group.
How does that make you feel?
Not great. Not good. I don't, like, and it's like half the time it's not even me getting hemmed. It's my fucking D&D character but I've said multiple times, it's like, no, non-binary person, use they, them. Whatever, it's fucking they, them. But, I don't know. I still do get hemmed. Like, actually, just regular, just straight up. In this friend group, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do see it. You know?
Yeah, I really don't like it. I don't know how to do anything about it. Because it's literally like... I don't know. I was going to say, I understand that this is like a cool friend group and a really good friend group and healthy. And I was going to say, so maybe... I was going to assume how they see me. And when I say they, I'm always talking about... Obviously, I'm not going to name names, but, like, a few people.
Yeah.
It's, like, 3. And I don't want to assume how they see me, but it seems like they see me as non-binary. Or at least that they, like...
Understand what that means.
Understand what that means at, like, a really guttural level. Or really, like, well, if that's what they are, then they are. Even if they don't understand it. But it's just still the knee-jerk reaction to him when you perceive me is really annoying. Ember. So.
Yeah.
But I don't with the laws of causality in this reality that we live in, it's almost inevitable that human spirit when intermingled with like the stardust
What
creatures that we
fuck
are.
are you talking about?
What?
Are you? What's going on with you?
Where? Who are you?
I was just like thinking about ways that I think all of my problems were caused by society and none of them were caused by me. And one way that I think this is true is public schools never teach you what to do if you fall face forward on the ground while you're walking. And the obvious answer, I've come to find through years and years of spiritual exploration, the obvious answer is that you start breakdancing. It doesn't matter if you're good or bad, because if people laugh at you, no matter what you say, fuck you, I'm trying my best.
Right.
You're making fun of a newbie, okay?
Yeah.
Is that what you want to
Okay.
do? Gatekeep the breakdancing community? You want nobody else to breakdance? Just the breakdancers we have is enough? Do you think that's going to last us?
Also voguing. There's lots of falls in voguing. You know, and then you can cite homophobia when people make fun of you inevitably for it. By the way, that was probably really loud for audio listeners. Sorry, I don't want to.
All you listeners?
Yeah, they didn't like that.
It's
funny because I'm going to normalize it, and it'll all be normalized to 0, and so everything will be really quiet,
Can
so
we-
they'll have to turn the volume way up.
Can we theorize the funniest reality for a potential where hundreds of people come to listen to this stupid bullshit? Like, how does that happen? Like who do you think in our friend group takes off? And then fucking
by association, we
like wiki
this bullshit
website fucking freaks. So like when you search up like when you search up
in the Spotify bios, we're all linked together in the Spotify bios.
Oh yeah.
So I thought about that so much. If one of us pops up on Spotify, we all do. We all go up a little bit at least.
Mm-hmm.
Sex goes nowhere.
it keeps happening,
dude.
And when my
sex to be the most popular grad,
that would be the
all of us.
best one.
Oh god.
TikTok, stupid bullshit.
Yeah, but like it's so niche. It's not.
We're
really,
not. Yeah.
It's not a trend of bullshit. It's whatever. It's so niche. It's not even just like farting on the beat type silly, like a shitty trap beat with like a bunch of bruh and whoa Kenny. You know, it's not like that. It's just actually just farting into the mic.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Actually, like putting a microphone up to someone's mouth as they're snoring, as they're asleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Leaving your phone running while me and you mess with touching the aux cord on my car speakers to make the buzzy sound. We're so high.
That was in my car.
Oh,
the
whatever.
power was out. You had slept over at my house.
Oh, that's right.
The power was out.
And
we recorded
North Korea, South Korea, children's Bible something.
we recorded the A Kiss from God in the basement with you on the drums in the dark.
I wouldn't say I was on the drums. I would say I was hitting them sometimes.
That's
Oh, they're gonna like that too.
We're just trying to make this one atrocious. I see.
This is the best one.
Can we just like take this moment as a time capsule and just kind of like before time forgets, like, can we recap the experience of meeting each other? And I want to both do it separately. What's your experience first?
Okay. So we have different first memories of each other because you don't remember the event I remember, and I don't remember the event you remember. So the first time I ever met Lily was in do we dox the place?
Yeah, we. No, we don't.
The
we
Bub
made it a
Babel.
third space.
The Bub Babel. The Bub Babel Coffee Bop. The Bobby Coffee Shop. The Bobby. The Robert, as some colloquially know it. It's just a group community hangout. And so Lily was there. and I was making music on my laptop as usual, and Lily was showing the owner bike.
No. It's a TikTok that I made over a year ago.
Yeah, it's showing bike a TikTok she made over a year ago. Oh yeah. Okay, so she was riding a scooter,
but it was a bike scooter.
It's a
pedal scooter.
It was really stupid. And then you came up and what did you say in the TikTok?
I said, we've been trying to reach you regarding your car's extended warranty.
Yeah.
And I come up from like 2 or 3 houses down.
Yeah, and it's just like the slow burn and with the terrible punchline. Great stuff.
Bad delivery too.
Bad delivery.
I think I said
horrible quality.
I think I was breathing heavily and I said, we've been trying to reach you regarding your car's extended warranty.
Not good, but it's classic for the Bobby. And I came up, I just walked up to the counter, and I don't think I even said really anything. It's like I wanted to start a conversation with Lily. I was like, oh cool, trans person. And then you were like and then cashed out and left really fast, and I was like, damn. That's crazy.
I wonder if I blocked that out because I was socially anxious to talk to you.
Yeah, that's what I okay, so I didn't guess that that's what it was. Because for some reason I just thought, like, out of the two of us, I would be the more socially anxious person. But I just felt like I was the most socially anxious person in the world, as most socially anxious people do.
Mm.
But, yeah. So I was like, no, it couldn't have been that. It couldn't have been me pushing her away or whatever. It had to be that she had wanted to leave because I smell bad or something. And she didn't like my vibes. I felt like I had fucked up, but you know, whatever. That's like every social anxiety. You're gonna assume that it's your fault. Everything happens. But anyway, what is your remembering?
So, I had remembered seeing you around, and for some reason, in the memory of showing Mike that TikTok, I seem to remember crack cocaine. In the process of showing the ever-present concept of time, this TikTok. Hey, fuck you.
Shit, how about this sounds great for you audio listeners? As if there's a YouTube version or
I feel like
a full video version.
I feel like at the third time addressing somebody with no through line, I just turn it off. I feel like this is so bad.
Addressing someone with no through line. Okay, so Old Father Time, also known as Bike.
Yes. From my perspective, like, I was showing Mike that, and then Mike was like, sorry, I
Mike's gonna get swatted.
I was showing the infinite cycle of death and rebirth.
Samsara. The living embodiment of Samsara.
Yeah, I was showing Samsara this TikTok, and Samsara was like, yo, you would like this, Jay. And like, you just sort of like, I was like,
I don't remember seeing it. You like, as soon as I walked up, I remember you turning off your phone and leaving. I don't remember you even showing it to me. Like, it ended up, you're like, you know that happened?
I do not remember any of it.
But no, that happened. You did show it to me, but that was like 3 weeks later. When Bike like brought it up again. And was like, you have to inform Jay. Jay would like this. And
I do remember that one then.
Yeah, but that was like weeks later. It was really funny. It probably wasn't even that long.
Wait a minute. Was I with Lou?
There was another person there. And they were a, like, just mousy little person that I just didn't process their existence, basically.
Yeah. Well, Lou would have been hanging out with me at the time.
Yeah. And
Fuck you. I'm gonna dox.
Their
Their home address. As I've told you before, like, I am an openly polyamorous person, and we had discussed monogamy. So I think that because I was probably at least a little bit attracted to you at the time, cosmetically, I might have just, like, not engaged at all because part of me would have been afraid that I would have instantly had more chemistry with you than I had with Lou.
Oh my god.
I did that a lot when I was with them because they seemed so insecure about shit.
Yeah.
Like...
And so you would, like, shoot yourself in the foot to not make them jealous?
Yeah.
Dude.
And...
Name one thing monogamy doesn't make fucking weird.
I know. Seriously. And it's like...
No, I did the same shit.
But the first time I really remember talking to you, we just ended up through a mutual friend of this social spaces, just sitting at the same table talking about the same shit. And then during that conversation, you had independently brought up being non-binary.
Disgusting Dathan.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right. I remember that conversation.
You had independently brought up being non-binary, ex-Catholic, and anarchist.
Oh my god, that was such a good conversation.
And
who was Rob there as well? Bob?
No. It was
the other
like
person. There was a fourth. Was it Wade? No, it wasn't Wade.
It
was a man though.
Could it have been? I don't really care.
It was, I don't care either because it was mostly between like, disgusting Dathan, Lily, and me. But there was another person there.
I think Greg might have been there.
No, because it was all new people. I felt very, it felt very interesting because it was literally all new people.
Literally all new people.
And I like, I don't know if you knew the other guy. It was something. It might have been someone. Nate. It would have been one of Nate's friends.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Dathan's friends. Disgusting Dathan's.
Yeah. After that conversation ended by Mike coming outside, by the concept of time walking outside and closing up.
Yeah.
On our way out, I was like, I need your Snapchat.
Yeah.
We are friends now. I said that straight up. You are my friend.
No,
now.
And I was like, yeah, that's fair. I was like, logically, that makes sense.
That makes sense. Logically, that tracks.
I would assume after several encounterings of this human being, two human beings would then exchange information. I'm very new to this planet.
Very, very new to this planet. But...
Take me to your mommies.
In my opinion, the funnier thing was actually getting to know you. Like, getting to meet you. Just because you don't do a job of explaining things before walking into a situation. You would just, like, invite me over to your place and, like, say nothing as you would walk in front of me. You would be like, oh, we're at my house now. And it's just, like, the middle of a one-way road, and there's, like, 6 houses all around, and they're all duplexes, so it's like...
Well, it's like I'm around this shit so much. It's like, people just know, right? I guess it doesn't actually make any sense. It's just I have such a routine that it's like, no, this is how the world operates. That's home right there. That's home, not that. Why the fuck would you go there? That's not home. Sounds like home to you.
Side of the street from your house too. It's more confusing.
Right.
Yeah. And then also the first couple times that we had hung out
so
outside
funny that you
of...
remember me like that. I'm just being just presenting you with no explanations, just doing shit around you. Like, what the fuck is blood waffling about?
No, here's the thing is, like, I always knew that it did make sense, but I just thought it was really funny that you didn't care to make the math.
I just didn't realize that people would need help knowing to find my house that they've never been to before.
You told me one time, coming through the back door, it's open, and the back door is, like, it's technically on the back, but it's, like, also on the side, and it seems like the steps were built, like, and then they took the dirt around.
I didn't even consider that the back porch is just a bunch of bullshit that's dark all the time.
And also,
it's cluttered.
Not a single part of it is paved.
Not a single part of it. Yeah, so you're just like walking through a field, basically. That feels trespassery as hell. Into a back door that when you walk in literally has like 2x4 bars. It's like, bar the gates! Like, that's the back door.
And I'm supposed to walk up
dark stairs that are all 2x4. Bullshit.
I farted
framing.
again, by the way.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, no, like, I just assumed that was like, yeah, everyone knows how to do that.
It's interesting. I genuinely have no clue how our relationship ended up being the way that it did.
Nah, right, for real.
I remember in maybe early middle last summer, I went home to sleep one night, and you and Greg had stayed over at Carly's place, and it was the first time that you guys had been over while I hadn't been. And that was not something that had built up in my brain. I just see myself as a passerby at their place, but I had come to find out after that realization that I was somewhat of a shepherd.
Yes, into the friend group. Right, yeah.
But then Carly was like, oh shit, I just had like a really great comfortable time with the twins. Yeah. And then...
yeah, we were just smoking on their back porch.
And then it all came together, and then my role as the shepherd was complete. Maybe I'm just a sheepdog. Huh? Why are you laughing at that?
It's just you found a way to
make it furry.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me another one of those. This one's bullshit. This one's good. I think what we should do, right?
It's really good.
I think we should I don't know how, but we need to incorporate this entire recording into one track that we upload as a single to Spotify to the Sexual Techniques. But it's just the whole thing, but it's like an ambient track or something.
That'd be really cool. Just make like the voices kind of muffled.
Yeah.
And then over the top there's just like big pads. And like maybe little organic sounds. And then, yeah, oh my god, that'd be like really chill. That'd be super meditative. And like the voices are almost audible and really good speakers. That'd be fun.
And I'd love to like make an interesting kind of synth sound, and then like
you just record like 6 minutes of it and loop it.
No, just like kind of listen along to this and just vibe on the synth and just see where the chords take me.
Okay.
And just kind of twist around some shit. It would basically be the only thing I do to it, because I have no experience with ambient music, and I feel like you're overqualified for this task, you know?
Yeah, I really like making ambient. Literally the reason I don't is because I normally make music at night, and every time I make ambient is I fall asleep really soon after starting it, because that's what it's made for. It's made for drifting off. It's whatever. And so that's why I don't make it. Like I'd have to be on a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
And if I'm in the middle of the day, and it's like, if I'm doing that, I'm probably hype enough to make techno anyway. So I just always end up on techno. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think, like, part of the reason of us being so comfortable is that we were literally both coming off of long-term relationships in really rough ways.
Yeah.
And so we were like, I was almost at that point desperately looking for people who could like vibe with me intellectually. 'Cause Jabe is like can fully do that, but like they're a sibling at this point.
Yeah.
And with that comes all the other complications of being a sibling. And so I have a hard time spending more than like 2 days in a row. No, actually, that's so not true, because we did Water's Life. That was fucking amazing. And that was the best shit ever. But I couldn't do more than like a week in a row, maybe, I would say.
Yeah.
Like 7 days of them. And like they were living at my house at that point. And so it was like, it was really fine. It was cool, but I also enjoyed the time away from them at the same time.
Yeah. It's like, just because of, like, being a considerate, empathetic human being, sometimes when you live with somebody, you realize that maybe I'm gonna mask when I'm in the common areas because they got their own shit they're dealing with. I know they were telling me in a small talk way earlier, and I don't want to get in the way of that. So your alone time becomes solace from masking when you're living with other people.
That's super true. Is that, and it's also, like, when you have, you know, like, they're like, livelihood is so important to me, because we're fully family, and their livelihood is sometimes rocky as shit. So a lot of that was just kind of part of it as well. It's like, it's really heavy stuff to deal with all the time, and I think they felt the same about me, because fucking, I'm, you know, whatever, I'm not financially stable at all, and so we would just be worried about each other all the time, and I kind of, you know, you've got your place, and it's stable for now, and Greg has always been, like, stable as shit, and Chris I've given up worrying about, because they are also unstable, but, like, so fucking resilient. Like, they're always gonna make their money back. They're always gonna end up being okay. It's, like, yeah, they're just... He, oh my god. Yeah, he's like, I don't have to worry about him anymore, because he just knows what he's doing so well.
He got there. He reached that type of maturity.
Yeah, and just, like, I think they're so good at their job, they're so overqualified at their job that, like, anywhere they go at this point, they're gonna succeed. It's not an effort. They don't seem stressed anytime they go into work.
Yeah.
So, it's like, yeah, I can always trust them to bounce back. But, you know, me and Gabe, like, neither of us have been in good spots ever financially. We're both terrible with money. We're both sole proprietors and have to deal with all this stupid fucking tax bullshit. We're, like, always eating out of fucking cans most nights. Yeah, so, I don't know. Anyway, oh my god, that was such a long highway to say that I was looking for someone who was, like, could talk about the same things I like to talk about in the ways I like to talk about, and also I don't have to be their parent. Not even their parent. I don't even have, you know, I'm not, like, required to even be their sibling. And then eventually it's become that, sure. Like,
I don't know if
not siblings, but like a community, like, extremely tight community.
Yeah.
At whatever way
honestly,
it is.
I feel like we embody that weird term I hate, queer platonic.
Yeah. Yeah.
As much as I hate that,
much.
we embody that, and
yeah, right.
It's not intentional. It's just that we don't embody, like, normal decorum. As it relates to relationships, we have no fucking decorum, none whatsoever.
But that's, like, what it makes, like, that's part of, like, being able to take your mask off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's, like, all of us. Like, I mean, I guess I do know a lot of people who end up, like, habitually giving and receiving hugs as a greet and as a goodbye, but in retrospect, most of these people are gay men.
Yeah, that's so true.
Oh my god.
Dude,
okay, I have such a conflict in my brain right now, okay? So, there's this old dude I met at the pool hall. He doesn't act old. He's got, like, a young heart, but he definitely, like, looks and acts his age. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't act like a prick, basically. Like, he's out here painting his nails, and he's, like, in his mid-50s. He shows up to the pool hall with black nail polish. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Right? When his daughter shows up, she's got rainbow-dyed hair. And she was talking to Zach, and she specifically said, like, yeah, I'm in an LGBT pool league, And, you know, it's like some people are LGBT, but the rest of us are straight. It's like the rest of us? What are you doing with that hair? What are you doing
Denial
right there?
is a river in Egypt. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, but it was just like, I was talking to you like you understood. and you were talking to me like you did.
You're queer, baby.
And then you just said, and I mean, like, but I don't want Zach wearing fucking rainbow hair. Maybe not that I don't want him doing it. He can do what he wants. But it's just like, I don't know how... I can't guarantee that it wouldn't change my level of respect towards him if he walked in one day and it's not Halloween or, like, fucking, I don't know, clown day.
Like, yeah, no, because it is queer, baby.
It's exactly it.
Yeah.
It's queer baiting. Like, why did you queer bait me?
Yeah.
Why are you queer baiting everybody here?
Billie Eilish looking ass.
Yeah. Like...
No, it wasn't Billie Eilish that did all the queer baiting shit.
Don't draw attention to us. You don't play pool that good.
It's funny as hell. Well, her dad sounds cool.
Yeah.
At least.
He's great. He's really nice. And, just, like, silly. Very silly.
Right on.
I was, like, swearing like a sailor the first time I asked him if I could get a game. And I was like, just to be sure, like, you're not, like, offended at all by anything I'm saying. Like, you're not, like, Christian or anything, right? And he was like... he seemed, like, fucking flabbergasted.
He's like, are you insulted? What the fuck? Fuck this shit?
He was like, no, definitely not.
I love that. I fucking love the emotion of flabbergasted, because half the time it's like confused, insulted, and then wanting to believe that they just didn't know. Because like fucking...
I'm sorry.
Christ in heaven, shut the fuck up.
Maybe
it's not
we need
that
to shut
deep.
The fuck up. But I don't want to, actually.
Oh, my bad, man.
Yeah, that's real.
I don't know if that guy... I don't know if that guy...
Who's your favorite coworker you've ever had?
I wonder if that guy just heard me say Christ and never shut the fuck up. I just love it, dude. There's been so many times I've yelled back at a dog, because sometimes I'll just feel like returning the same energy that a dog gives me.
Yeah, huh?
And so a dog will be like, and I'm like, yeah, fuck you too, buddy. And I feel like there's been... And it's like, that's what I think the dog is saying it.
I don't know, but sometimes, like, you get home from work and your dog is just barking at you because they're excited. Like, I think that's just how...
Oh, yeah. No, I'm talking about just random dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Just random dogs that I, like, pass while walking. And I feel like I've said this so many times, and there's, like, just the person, their human is just right there. And I'm like... Because I don't know if they've heard me or not, but it'd be so funny. God, I would just, like, how would you feel? Someone just fucking too funny to your dog. Dude. After their dog, like, barked at them.
I would materialize a fucking wedding ring out of my asshole, and I would be like, hey, you seem pretty silly. Would you give me children?
Would you father my children? Bear my offspring for me, please. You have the Cullen 3 vibes. Professor, your vibrational energy.
For specifically taking first dates on walks through, like, St. Clair Shores where all the old white ladies have pit bulls.
Just treating the dogs like a New Yorker that bumped into you.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Hey, watch it. I'm walking here.
Doing your worst fucking Bill Burr impression to a bunch of pit bulls.
But it just feels badass as fuck to, like, shout. Like, you don't have to like a dog.
You
could just shout it down.
I've been beyond you for years, Jay. I've been barking back for a while.
That's too much for me.
Dude.
I like winning against a dog. I like feeling like I Like, I asserted dominance, you know? Because everyone wants to calm a dog down, and, like, they just get scared or whatever, but saying fuck you back for some reason feels so hard. That goes so hard. But yeah, barking back, like, that's crazy. You're biting the fart bubbles in the back.
There was this one time when I was working karaoke. The spring was upon us, and I had just taken psychedelics that morning.
Yeah.
And everything was so gorgeous.
Hell yeah.
And every dog that I saw, like, I stopped my car. Like, I didn't put it in park, but I parked. I opened the window, and I said, hey, this might be stupid, but you have a beautiful dog. Please have a good day. Brody was there for once, so and he instantly started laughing. And I was like, what's up with this shit? And Brody was like, if I was walking my dog and you just stopped your car and started saying shit to me.
That's so true. Dude, to the high brain, things make sense even when you're sober until someone points it out sometimes.
But at this point, this was a habit. Every time I saw a person walking.
I remember walking in Dodge Park and every time you said, your dog is beautiful. Your dog is beautiful. And most of the time it was positive. But sometimes people were like, okay. It just kept walking.
I was already in the habit of when people would just be walking through the neighborhood, I would stop my car and be like, this is stupid.
Stopping your car is crazy. Would you do them like mile roads? Like middle of Hoover, back up. Just rear-ending each other. Like 15 car pile up.
I'm at the end of it.
Your dog is beautiful.
There are actively more people hitting the rear end of my car being pulled.
You're like, hey! Your dog! They're staring at the guys piling up. Your dog is beautiful! Have a good day!
I myself am spiraling through the air.
You go out the windshield. Your dog is beautiful.
My legs came off on impact. I'm flying away.
Just the torso and head.
My final words. Good boy. And that's what happened 2 years ago. And that's why we're here now. And that's why nothing makes sense. We're in hell.
Huh?
You died in your sleep. You didn't know it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's just you didn't know you had an allergy to a
breathing. I kept doing it.
That was true. It was actually a bad bitch allergy. And then the first time you met me, you died on spot.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it was in your sleep because you passed out when you got my aura. And then I walked in the room and then you died.
Just slumped.
Yeah.
And then I woke up like a Force ghost.
Mm-hmm. And then you were cursed to walk around until I died 2 years ago.
Okay.
And then we met.
Right. So if I kill us both right now, we won't die.
Death isn't real, Batman.
The fuck is that?
I don't know.
70 years of smoker Joker? It's just smoker.
I'm a smoker.
Batman and the smoker. Oh my god.
Wait, check this out. Why so... Why so
$13.99 for a Breeze Pro? They used to be $12.99. My father was a Modbox user.
Do you think it'd be a good bit to do a whole comedy special that it's just endorsing nicotine use the whole time?
It's so good. Just really subtle?
Just
like hella subtle?
No, not at all. Just the whole time, so like you're telling other stories and other jokes, but somehow nicotine becomes the center again. And it's like, you finally like get out of the vape shop, which is like 10 minutes long of this special, right?
Okay.
You finally get out of the vape shop and you go to the party. It's like, and remember when we were back at the vape shop, Jason said he wanted grape? That's what I thought. The grape costed $16 because they're charging different prices for all the different flavors. And then I get there, Jason said he wanted grapefruit.
Fuck. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
We go back to the vape store.
Another 20 minutes talking to this guy who like doesn't speak English. Maybe that's the premise of the joke.
No.
He's French. Guy's French.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Le brise pro.
Le brise pro.
And the whole time I'm sitting there like, all I want right now is a big puff.
You hit it in the set. Slamming your breeze, bro.
Now, look. I'm not being paid by anyone to say this. just constantly saying that.
Oh my god.
Now look.
I was.
She starts jabbering on, and I'm sitting there thinking I could really use a hit of my vape.
No, at the party, everyone's smoking cigarettes. So you decide to smoke one as well. And then you go on a 20-minute rant about how great big tobacco is for the environment.
Now listen to me. Have you ever seen videos from inside of a tobacco factory? They're the cleanest factories I've ever seen. You ever look up the statistics?
You're like the Sheehan girl.
You ever look up the statistics? Hey, look. Nobody's paying me to say this. You ever look up the statistics for tobacco factory workers? 0% suicide rate. Negative suicide rate. People give birth, and then they see their parents working at the tobacco shop, and they say, we want in. Actually, that's what we want with our life. No one's paying me to say this.
No one's paying me to say this.
Not a single person. I think that could definitely be the thesis of like a good 5-minute bit. No one's paying me to say this, and then you just say like the most like
it's like ad copy.
Yeah,
like fully and like you pull out a sheet and everything.
I was eating this
NordPass VPN.
It's good.
Get NordPass now.
Go to nordvpn.com/sex.
No, you just give like, dude, yeah. What would the sex text code like?
Sex.
It would just be sex.
Anal.
Crazy. It's just for each different partnership, it's a different sexual technique.
Yeah.
So anal, oral, 69, missionary, whatever. Yeah. Nice. That'd be good.
I was over in the Blacklight Post.
BetterHelp.com/doggy.
BetterHelp.com/reverse cowgirl.
No, just some like some ridiculous. Like I'm trying to think like what a good company would be to just the optimal company to throw reverse cowgirl in after. St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Okay, guys. This is really serious. We as the Sexual Techniques are live streaming music creation, and we for the next 50 billion hours are gonna make music live, and all of the money times 1 trillion is gonna go to St. Jude's.
So log into St. Jude's Children's Hospital / Big Steamy Cowgirl. Reverse cream pie. Oh my god.
Okay, it's been said a million times before, but I just love that, like the statistical probability that in extremely conservative states, the sentence that you could say that would turn on a conservative lawmaker the most would be interracial tranny porn.
So true.
It's just, like, by demographics, it's true.
Yeah.
It's
ridiculous.
Like,
so.
women with dicks is super in, and interracial is super in.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Tell us what you're obsessing about.
Dude. Somehow interracial and, well, I guess that makes it, stepdaughter. Interracial trans, oh my god. They need to hire me. They can make so much money.
But, you ever seen like the Pornhub search by breakdown by country? And they do them by
Maybe.
state, too.
Yeah, I've seen the state one tons. Like, multiple years in a row I've seen it.
Yeah, they release a new one every year, which I love. I'm so glad they're doing that. But, I just remember Spain because for years it has been mature. Only country where that's the most popular category.
I might want to move to Spain just for my mental health.
Okay, but mature is grannies.
Oh, never mind.
It's gilfs,
Okay.
dude.
I didn't
What the
think that
fuck
was
going
what-
on in Spain?
I just thought we were talking about just like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
30-year-olds, including 30-year-olds.
Real. Yeah, that's what we for real need. But like, I don't know. It's just really funny that Spain has just had a thing for old people. Like the nursing home is just going to the titty bar. It's just a nursing home. Spain
Jay.
is up to some shit.
Can we Feldpeller is doing a comedy show every month now. Can we do a stand-up set with the both of us on stage at the same time?
Live pod.
But like with pre-established bits, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Live pod performance.
yeah.
Okay. Yes. Absolutely.
Because I've been wanting to do, I think that it would probably be best with, not, just, we both kind of get the chance to tell jokes from our own perspective, and then we both get the chance to kind of, tear into each other's jokes.
You wouldn't want to, plan out a conversation?
That would be what the planned out conversation would probably...
Oh!
That's
You're talking
what
about
I
the creation
want it to be.
process, not the actual product. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking, immediately, characters.
Yeah, that would be good.
Characters, reoccurring bits. But the one I'm thinking about is, I would love to have a character where you say something, and I say into the mic, one-upping it, but, quietly so you don't hear it. But just, you know what I'm saying? Just to be whatever. So, go ahead, go for it.
I'm really proud of myself. I made a mile in 4 minutes today.
Fuck yeah. How was that?
It was,
did it
it
in,
was kind of
5.
It took months
3 minutes.
and months of training to get this point. And just
I did it in 1
What?
Was that?
Yeah. And,
I did it in a month. Easy.
did
What? Nothing. What?
I transposed
This
giant
bitch is
steps to be
lying.
microtonal. And I did it in
Bitch is
13/8.
It was 4/4.
I couldn't. I don't think I could be normal. I couldn't do this in a way that would be relatable. I have to tell jokes from a Lily perspective.
Yeah, I'll just tell you how they're wrong during the grading process. During the writer's room, I'll just say you're wrong. That's all I'll say. Wrong.
We don't do the show. We don't go to the Russell.
They just shoot down all of your
Everyone
ideas.
puts their heads down. Nobody gets their license. They have to walk to the store.
Walk to the house. Oh my god. No, I would really love to do that. But yeah, I'd want to have kind of fractalized bits where maybe we were both we pretend that we were both booked to do a stand-up set at the same time, and they just made a mistake, so we both start doing what seems like individual material, talking over each other, and that's how the whole thing starts. And then as we're going, oh my god, this would be so sick. As we're going, we start responding to each other's jokes and telling the punchlines to each other's jokes and become one bit, and then we sit down in the chairs and have an actual conversation. Don't address that.
Don't address that opening bit at all.
Yeah. But that's that's when it's clapping. It's whoa, these people just broke comedy.
Whoa, look at these two white people shaking things up.
Yeah. That'd be sweet. Don't you think?
Okay. So how do we both get to the stage? How do they call us out?
We just ask them to announce it at the same time. like Josh comes out is the normal host, and then also Jason comes out, other Mike. They both announce us at the exact same time. And please welcome Lily Prue. Please welcome Jay Roshan. And then we both walk up, grab the mics from the host, and just start going into it.
How are y'all doing tonight?
We just like say it almost at the same time, but not quite.
Okay, so
it's really chaotic and hard to listen to.
What I'm noticing is that a lot of people are starting off with like what they do is they just kind of like riff until they get a laugh, and then they go into their normal material. So I think it'd be really funny to give just like some bullshit commentary on the building. It's like, yup, we're in a building.
We're speaking about different things using different words at the same time, so it doesn't even matter really what we say.
Yeah, but I'm just sitting there like, yeah. Somebody once put something on top of another thing that was next to a bunch of things, and
I'm over there like, keep going.
And
hey, what's up, everyone? It's really cool being here.
It's so amazing.
I've never been here.
Think about all of the collaboration and the teamwork.
And when coming up,
I'm in therapy.
The stairs.
Who's in therapy in here? Who's your therapist?
When's the last time?
Your name? You.
Your mother shit yourself.
What's your name? Jessica?
That's not Jessica. And then it's like we like we break the wall between each other, like the imaginary wall that we built up. Like we basically we're trying to convince the audience that we can't hear the other person, and then we break it at the same time. We go like your hand up to my. Oh my god!
I can finally talk to you.
I'd forgotten you were even here.
It's been years.
Decades.
I haven't seen you since the collapse of the Byzantine Empire.
Old Constantine was a fuck.
What a guy.
Hey, here's something happened to the World Trade Center.
Okay. What do you think of the bit being that we both forgot what the jokes are? We both got way too high beforehand. We both forgot all of our jokes.
Yeah.
And that's it was like
at some point one of us go ahead.
We're like interrupting each other during this. We're like and what's that word? And I went right to the cashier.
And it
don't finish the thought. Just like start laughing at myself before the joke has been told.
It would be great to like figure out how to talk very like one another, like do an impression of maybe like our voices, like what the convergence of our two voices sounds like, or close enough. And like both of us are breaking down laughing, but the other is seamlessly picking up where the other person left off.
This is so much.
Crazy.
This can be an ever-developing bit, I think.
I mean, oh my god, yeah, this could be years of development. But yeah, it would just be sick to hear one voice from two different people while they both play different characters, but are telling the same story at the same time. That would go so hard.
It would be. What if we did a normal bit, but at the exact same time, with the exact same inflection?
I mean, the possibilities are endless with this shit.
And we have time, because, like, we can wait a few months. Like, maybe I can convince them to just, like, hey, we're going to have some comedians starting at 8, but there's an open mic from 4 to 6. Like that, yeah. I might be able to convince them to do that.
Yeah.
And then we could play with some short versions of the bits. But I want to do it because I think that, if nothing else, we could do something that, like, some people in the audience, like, who have been forewarned on the bit, are like, oh my god, they're really doing. And then that's where the laughs come from. And the audience kind of might pick up on that, but might also just be confused. We might bomb.
Confusion is, and bombing is, like, I'm okay with, because of how just strange I want these bits to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's okay if it bombs. You know? It's not like, this is not, like, humor I would actually...
Yeah. And I don't even...
Yeah.
Like, this is not pretentious humor with the aim of becoming some sort of cult classic.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Or even, like, supposed to be relatable or anything. It's just weird. That's its only... We reached an hour.
Yeah, I bet you my phone just said that it got charged to 80%, which is sufficient.
I was thinking, like, if we pretended that we were high or whatever, it would be really funny if one of us is just spazzing out on the floor while the other's telling jokes. Or just doing various high activities in the background.
Could we do a permutation of the I order for you at the store bit?
Oh my god.
Like you go up and you're super anxious because we're obviously in an abusive relationship, and you like start telling your jokes.
Is that like the run-on bit?
And I keep interrupting you through the jokes and being like.
Like, you tell yours, and then I go to tell mine, and you keep interrupting it, and making it not funny, like ruining the delivery. That could almost be good.
And just being like, yeah, and she's blind. Come on. We've heard this one before.
No. Like, you're so excited to tell my jokes that you just interrupt me and tell them for me, is what I'm saying.
And too excited, like...
And just totally robbing me of the satisfaction of delivering it. No, like, badly. Like a little bit monotone, but just really quick, just jumping in there like Jamie Taco.
Like Jamie... Sometimes I'm saying it so fast, I'm stumbling over it, but I'm so confident that I don't acknowledge it.
Yes! Dude, the fact, like, that kind of, like, like, being, oh my god, Tim Heidecker's stand-up bit is so good, because when he would, like, start stumbling over his words and restarting the bit, he wouldn't let, like, his anger quite get into his voice. He would just keep saying it over and over again, and then let it all explode at once as he threw down the mic really hard at the stage. Fuck! Like that, like holding it and sounding really confident even while he knows he's fucking up is so funny.
I love the way he, like, furrows his face sometimes. Like, sometimes an audience member will, like, participate and, like, you can see him, like, calculate and acknowledge the participant. And then he goes... He just, like, tenses up. He tenses up just, like, his cheek and, like, his... like the middle of his brow, right between his brow. He's like deciding whether he needs to go like ballistic. like
he's so insecure he cannot roll with the punches at all.
I'm so proud that on my birthday, the form of acknowledgement that I got from Tim Heidecker was one time during his bit, he ended a bit with his wife shitting herself in church, and I screamed, "Amen!" And then later on in the show, during, like, the encore, because he's also traveling with a band, after one of the songs, he said, "Amen," during banter with one of the people on stage.
Oh, shit.
It's like, that was my form of acknowledgement from him. He has no clue who I am, but he just thought it was like a good little chime.
It was a good one, yeah.
He's gonna take that one.
All right,
with him.
right on. I didn't catch that.
maybe I'm reading into it, and he didn't hear me, but maybe? I want that to be the truth.
Yeah, and also, like, I think people underestimate how much people on stage can hear of the audience. So,
and I can project.
Yeah. I'll be here, yeah. Oh my god, I just am thinking about, like, the possibilities of a dual stand-up bit where the two comedians are not friends.
Begrudgingly working
with each other, yeah. Oh my god, that'd be so good. This literally would be, in a lot of ways, this would be like on Cinema at Cinema, but, you know, fully a different genre and platform and whatever. But, like, that same kind of relationship that Tim Heidecker and Greg Turkington have.
I haven't watched too much on Cinema at Cinema.
Well, the whole premise of the show is that they were supposed to host the show together, but Tim Heidecker was a belligerent bully and basically took it over. And so now every episode, and Greg Turkington gave up on fighting him, so now every episode is featuring Greg Turkington, like with special guest Greg, but he's on every single episode, so he's fully a co-host, obviously. Yeah, but Tim won't let him take that credit.
Of being a
it's
co-host.
It's insanely funny.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Chris would just, during the brief time I worked with Chris, we both worked for my uncle, but yeah, he would put that on, and it was just the funniest fucking shit. Because you can just listen to it, you don't even have to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But they always, like, hyped up really just mediocre movies. Then you're like, they'd be like, and Fast and Furious 10, oh my god, if that is not up for an Oscar this year, I will be so pissed. That movie was deep. That movie had real family values. Just shit like that. Just hell of the hyping up just mediocre filler content, essentially.
Dude, he posted this one-off, as far as I know, and it's a 10-hour-long spoof on Joe Rogan during the first couple months of COVID when he first moved to Texas. And it's 10 hours long.
That's so good.
And the two people he's talking with, they're just like, yeah, and that's what's wrong with comedy these days. And then not going into what they think is wrong with comedy, like shit like that.
That's probably Vic Berger and DJ Doug Pound.
I got like...
They were both on tour with them, I think. Vic Berger he was the keyboard guy.
Yes.
And people loved him because he's, I'm pretty sure he was an editor on Steven Brule. Like, that's his main thing, is editing. And he's really, really, really funny with it. He has these edits of, oh my god, do you remember that one TV preacher that would sell giant buckets of slop?
Yeah.
Essentially. He was like, one of the, oh my god, the 2K, whatever.
The Y2K?
The Y2K collapse, whatever. He would, like, preach that shit like crazy. And was, like, selling giant 5-gallon buckets of soup to get you through the Y2K.
It's gonna go down.
It's so funny. Yeah. But he'll just make, like, minute-long videos that are just, like, chops of that televangelist, and it's really great because he just finds all these moments where people look really, really uncomfortable on camera and just super cuts them, basically.
That's amazing.
It's really good. Rick Berger's the best.
I think that one of my main goals in life, completely regardless of everything else, is to just one day make a really weird piece of media with one of my media idols. It doesn't matter which one of them. And it doesn't matter whether or not this is like a 2-minute long YouTube video, but it has to be like very partially scripted, at least. And it can't make sense.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's just a goal. Like even if I get the chance to make music with one of my musical idols, like if I get to make a song with, like, say, like King Gizzard or something, like, I don't want to actually play music on that track. Like, you guys take care of that. Would you mind if I opened up Audacity?
Would you mind if I opened up Audacity?
Yeah, because I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a clip of me going for exactly that long, and then I'm going to do something.
Yeah.
That's how I can contribute to that. That's how I should contribute. I
don't mind if I fuck up you guys' track. Don't mind if I make this shit sound worse. Oh boy, I love when the music is bad and sounds like shit.
I showed Mike the 14-minute track that I released. The only other thing I've released, the majority, technically, by time of what I've released this year. And he played it through the dovetail speakers, and by the time it finished, he just kind of walked over speechless, and I said, "So, was that too miserable?" And he was like, "Yeah, that was a bit much." It's like, I'm so glad.
I remember getting, like, halfway through that bullshit and realizing, oh, it's a Lily thing. I didn't realize this is a Lily. This is an RLA thing. It wasn't an RLA thing. This is just a Lily thing. Yeah, that's so good. I'm so glad that exists.
Luca told me that he got he got 2 minutes till the end, and then he realized that there was not going to be music in it, and he just stuck it out the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'm this far.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's really good.
The last 2 minutes is a 30-second clip of what was a 4-minute clip of me on the synthesizer. And in the left ear, it's, just whenever it's playing forwards in one ear, it's playing backwards in the other.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the end in that ear, and then it starts playing backwards, and then in this ear, it starts playing...
It's like Death Grips releasing a 28-minute long track that sounds like it's 3 different tracks playing at the same time sped up. I got about 15 minutes into that shit, dude. I got so far. I mean, granted, I was at work washing dishes, so I couldn't really take my hands out. But I just kept going with it. Like, in my brain, I was like, at some point it's got to be good, right? No, it doesn't have to be, actually.
No.
Actually, it can just be bad the whole time.
But I think there's something so beautiful about that. It's almost like it's like autism trance. It's like if you play this loud enough, like it will just drown out all other senses.
Yeah,
and
that's real.
That's good. Like,
You're just gonna be overstimulated in one sense, so you're forced to abandon the others and just deal with it.
Gotta give them up. Did the eternal process of death and rebirth tell you about the movie soundtrack that we're gonna be doing?
Dude, I'm so excited. But we talked about later, like just making our own, just making a Napoleon Dynamite style sitcom of just stupid shit up the dovetail with non-reoccurring characters. There'll just be a scene with Slingshot Guy or an actor portrayal of Slingshot Guy and a scene with like whatever. It'll just be, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But just through the eyes of like Mike and Chris and the kids these days.
Yeah.
And then the climax is the Michigan meat shower. We're on the roof raining meat down.
Chris is in the process of writing a script, and I'm gonna go with his script.
Yeah.
Like, so I have no clue what the script is, and I have no clue if Chris was being inspired by what you're talking about.
No, I think he was inspired to make a horror movie that's better than the people there.
Yeah.
I think he's basically rewriting their movie, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. Well, in any case, I am very excited to just make bullshit music, and it's like, all right, this is one take, and this is done, because I've got, like, multiple hours to compose.
Yeah, it'd be really good to just one day it.
Yeah, biff it. Biff the fuck out of it. Mike thought that my idea was really funny, because, okay, so the thing that's going on here is, this social space is so well known. Some local filmmakers who, let's just say, do not make very they're not gonna get nominated for an Oscar anytime soon kind of films. And
student filmers. They're much older than students at this point, I think. Unless they are they young? Oh, we were talking about the actual people. Yeah, the people. So these people have come into this space, filmed parts of their incomprehensible movies in an incomprehensible way. Yeah. And they did it once, like, earlier on, either this year or, like, last year. And then they just came again. And the owner of the place asked them what the story of this film was, and it's the exact same as the last one. I heard the never-ending cycle of death and rebirth talking about that he had, and they're calling it something different, but it's like the same film. Same movie, yeah. So the Death and Rebirth really liked my joke that in the soundtrack that we offer them.
we take
a cover essentially of one of their songs.
No, just like take almost the exact same song. Like it could just be like a different take of just the drums and the bass. And then
cover it.
And then like the vocals are mixed differently, but it's the exact same song.
Right.
Almost like entirely. But different names.
Yeah. Name it something different, yeah.
Yeah. I like that. My word's drying up. I'm getting cold. I kind of want to veg out and watch stuff.
This is a good boy.
Yeah, this was very fun, and I think that it's one of those things that's only going to be funny to us, and I love that.
Yeah, I'm chill with that. But if you find this funny,
you can suck my penis.
Send a nuke to 1573.